If you've ever wondered what it's like to run a company with your boyfriend, you've landed on the right channel. My name is Bailey and this is Francis, and we are the co-founders of Breakaway. Usually we work out of the office in downtown Toronto, but this week we decided to hit the road and work out of the city. We create weekly vlogs documenting our life as a couple and business partners, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. Francis and I are up at my parents' cottage for the weekend. It's about a 3.5-4 hour drive from Toronto, so we haven't been able to come up as frequently as we wanted to this summer, but we were up a couple weekends ago and maybe a couple weekends before that. It's just a really beautiful place for Francis and I to kind of disconnect. We're always really caught up with like the downtown city Toronto life, so it's kind of nice to spend some extra time like at the cottage, outside. I selfishly like to come up to the cottage because I get to just sit and tan. Francis loves to be in the water. He's like a little fish. He spends like 90% of the time in there with a beer in hand. So that's what we like to do. We like to come here. Evenings at the cottage are pretty chill and we like to cook dinner on the barbecue. This morning I woke up early and sat down by the water because it's not really often that I get to sit in silence and not have to listen to cars honking, sirens going off, and people yelling at cyclists, so this was really nice.
Just had our morning coffee.
We're kind of trying to treat this like our end of summer holiday. After this we're gonna go back to Ottawa to stay at my family's house for a week.
And then we get into the fall. Big fall coming up. Good boy.
Yeah. We had to.
Best decision of the week.
When was the last time we had a blizzard though?
Probably like yesterday.
I know a funny story. A few years ago, Francis and I came back to Ottawa to visit my parents. We planned to stay here for just a couple weeks. This was early on in the pandemic, like very early on. And we thought, you know what, we'll go up to Ottawa, we'll see Bailey's, like my family, and then we'll come back to Toronto. We ended up staying for 2 years. So Francis and I actually spent the majority of our time in the pandemic here in Ottawa. It gave us kind of a different perspective of what life could be not in the busy city. This was my favorite part about being in Ottawa, was waking up and being able to step right outside. Good morning. Cooper was dying to get outside and get in the pool, so I ended up coming out here to finish up some emails before I head back inside to join another call. But at least somebody's happy.
Bailey's yelling at me because I didn't vlog today, and she's right. Today was an investor update day. I had to work on a model, all boring stuff. You guys don't want to hear about this. It was a very productive day. I'm very happy with it. I'm about to go hop in the pool for a little bit, and then I got to prep for my fantasy draft. Big night.
I would like to say that I was not yelling at him. I'm just worried that this vlog is going to be all about me.
And then no one's going to watch it because they want to see me.
Whenever we're working in Ottawa, we try to clock out around 6 or 7 p.m. so we can spend some time with my family in the evening, or in this case, take advantage of their hot tub. But the majority of the week looked like this. Francis is working on our invoicing designs with our engineering team, and I'm busy working on some of the marketing sequences and content plans. Then late at night, I'd sneak away and edit my vlogs, and Francis would watch sports with my dad.
Just about to finish our Friday up here. Good week back home in Ottawa, and gonna end the week by watching the first vlog.
Really hope it lives up to the hype.
Bailey always crushes it.
Let me tell you, there are so many cool things on our roadmap. I cannot wait to show you. Francis and I are en route to the cottage again, and we're literally driving down the highway. There's a massive Lego store. So Francis and I are like, we have to go.
They say it's the biggest in Canada, so we're gonna go check it out.
I feel like a child. Which one?
That's Trader Joe's.
Stop.
Gross.
How many fish do you actually think you're gonna catch?
In all seriousness, probably about 0.
Sort of. The men are currently setting up the Blue Jays game on their computers, and I am playing on Pinterest, looking at home decor, out, and wedding stuff. We are not the same.
I got me a fish. Do you want to see it? Got a little fish. Let's put him back in there.
Our cottage weekend would not be complete if we didn't have a late night boat ride to see the stars and an early morning down on the dock. And this time of year is the best because there really aren't that many mosquitoes out, which is awesome because mosquitoes love me and leave those on my legs. Really cute. Good morning. It is Sunday. Francis and I have decided to head out onto the lake early this morning. My dad and him are getting the standing paddleboard ready. I'm gonna hop in a kayak and we're gonna go across the lake. Wish us luck, okay? Francis is on barbecue duty as always because he's so good at it.
Not that good, but it's fun.
I don't know how to use a barbecue. The final dip at the cottage.
Last swim at the cottage.
This is probably the last time that Francis and I will be up at the cottage, so it's sad, but I'm very excited to come back to it next year. We're hoping to get up to the cottage a lot more. You'll see us back here in future vlogs in the spring.
Heading back home now. It was a really good week. Had a great week in Ottawa. The cottage is always awesome. We also got to spend some time with Bailey's dad one-on-one, which we never really get to do. Time for the 3-hour trek back home to Toronto. Should be nice. We'll throw on a podcast. I'll probably listen to something about current events, but then we'll eventually put on music.
Super excited to show you what we have on the go this upcoming week, and we'll be back in the office, so see you there.